This is Due to Bet Sports.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Due to Bet Sports. We're back. We had a week off last week. We're back this week to go through some of the college games. We'll go through the playoff games, some of the other bowl games on New Year's Eve. We'll also go through week 18 of the NFL, kind of a weird / light week, I would call it, but some meaningful games as well. So, all right, Papa Dude, you ready to rock and roll?
Let's do it.
All right. That's straight and to the point. I like that.
Yep.
Okay, well, you convinced me before the show. Let's do the other bowl games on New Year's Eve before we get to the big ones. So we'll start, and they are some decent games. We'll start with Iowa. We'll start with Iowa and Vanderbilt. I really think both these teams want to be here.
Yes.
I think it'll be a good game. 11 a.m. Vanderbilt -5.5. Who you got here?
Yeah, I think this will be a really good game, and I think it's a proving game for Vanderbilt, probably. Yeah. I don't know if they want to be here, but they're okay with it. They don't go to bowl games very often, and this seems to be where Iowa is every year, isn't it? Down in Florida somewhere playing on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day.
Yeah.
So it's old hat for them. I don't know how to pick this game. Iowa's going to play great. We know that. Can they control Pavia? If they can, I think they can win. I'm going to go ahead, though, and go with Vanderbilt because I think they got a lot to prove and finish it all up.
I mean, we're kind of, you especially, you like Iowa, you like to watch Iowa. Are they pretty good?
I think they are.
I think they are too. Like, you go back and watch, you go back and look at their schedule. It's like, damn, they were a couple plays away.
They really were. They lost a couple of tough ones. They had Oregon beat.
Yep.
And they got beat in a fashion that they don't usually get beat in.
Yep.
Who was the other one?
USC beat them.
And
it was at USC in a game they were ahead. They had a great chance. Indiana, but they played Indiana closer than anybody until Ohio State.
They had them beat too. So
and then they lost to Iowa State, a team I think they would beat if you played them again.
That's one of those games that it always comes down to the last play.
Yeah.
And they lost. They've lost 2 years in a row to them after they owned them.
Mm-hmm.
The previous 7 or 8 years. I think they're very good. I think this is a good game. I think this will be a really good game. Two hard charging teams and two well-coached teams. Fantastically well-coached, both teams. So this is a sleeper tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Wish it was on a little later in the day, but it's on 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if Iowa wins. I think Vanderbilt might be a little better at quarterback, but I wouldn't be surprised if Iowa.
I tell you what, my problem is 5.5 with Vanderbilt. I don't think I can play 5.5. I think I'm with you. I think if you said, okay, take a side, not points, I would go Vanderbilt. If you're giving me 5.5, I think the Hawkeyes keep it close. So
yeah, and here's another thing. You usually look at the under with Iowa, and 46.5, you usually would bet under. They can score this year. They're better offensively than they've been.
They're better. I don't think they're great.
They're not
great.
They're better.
Yeah.
They're capable of getting to the 20s.
Yeah. I think it's going to be like 24-20. And I think that's Vanderbilt wins 24-20.
Yeah.
But I think Iowa covers. Yeah. I think it'll be a really good game.
Yeah.
All right. Arizona State, Duke. I don't really know who wants to be here in this game. Duke probably. And I think that's why they're favored. Duke -3.5. Arizona State, I don't have their quarterback. I think they thought they were going to lose their coach. They have their coach, so that's good. But this one, I don't have a great feel for. What do you think?
No, I don't either. I think they're favored because the quarterback's not playing.
Yeah.
For Arizona State.
Mm-hmm.
And that makes a huge difference. So, and Duke's kind of got some momentum going. Kind of a proven game for them, too. They would like to go ahead and close out what's been a really good year for the Blue Devils. I have a hard time picking Duke in games. I think they have the most incentive, though, in this one.
Mm-hmm.
So if I was going to pick it, I probably would go Duke, but I think I'm going to stay away from it because I'm like you. I don't have a good feel. Anytime the other team's quarterback's not playing, it's I don't know.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I would take Duke, but I don't know on this one. I'm with you there. And yeah, like Manlo says, there's some pretty high quality bowl games.
These are good.
They are, yeah. There have been some. You really have to kind of, when you look at these bowl games, The main question is, okay, do both teams want to play? And if
Right.
the answer is yes, the games haven't been that bad.
No, the games have been pretty good.
One game that sticks out to me, Minnesota and who in the hell was it? New Mexico, Minnesota,
Yeah.
New Mexico. Okay, Minnesota, they try, they just try. You're right, like they're really they want. They try. New Mexico was freaking fired up to be.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So you watch it and like it wasn't like the best played game, but you can turn on the TV and go, these two teams are really trying to win.
Yeah, they gave it all they had.
Yeah, and it was a really good game. There's been a few like that. There's others. That one, for whatever reason, sticks out of my mind right now. But anyway, just my little rant there. All right, let's go on. On paper, this is great. Michigan and Texas. I think Texas, it feels like they're going to have most of their guys. It feels like they're kind of into it by what I've kind of gathered. I don't really know. I don't know how well Sharon Moore was liked at Michigan by anybody, really, now that it's come out. And I think they kind of like the guy that's the interim coach for this. I think this will be two teams that are trying. What about you?
Well, there's total chaos at Michigan. So I don't know how much we don't know. Yeah, that's why I was going to mention that game with Georgia Tech too. That's
yeah, the Pop-Tart Bowl. That's one that I should have mentioned. That was a great game.
That was really good game.
Yeah. And they make that game fun. They do a lot of really hokey stuff, but it's kind of like
a great game. It was really a good game. I don't even remember who they played.
Bowl, I would do stupid stuff like that. It's like that kind of makes it fun,
Yeah.
Anyway,
who the heck was it they played? I don't even remember. I couldn't believe they got way ahead of them.
It was Georgia Tech and BYU.
Oh, the other good one was LSU and Houston.
Yep.
That was 38-35. That was a great game.
So that felt to me like one team that's just trying to get the season over and one team that was fired up freaking like crazy and wanted to play.
Oh, yeah.
It meshed the two talents together and made it a great game.
Oh, it was a great game. It was. I thought LSU played pretty hard in that game. I did,
I think they had a lot of guys out. Like they
did.
It was not their full squad.
No,
let's put it that way. Yeah,
but I think they kept it close and almost won it. Anyway, this one, if Texas doesn't win this game, maybe they don't care. I don't know. Maybe they don't. I think they're better than them, whether Michigan was screwed up or not. I think Texas should beat them. They, arguably they're a playoff team. I really think they are. They just didn't win the game they had to win. And whoever made that comment, of course they had to get Kiffin on during the LSU game, made me puke. Yeah. But anyway, enemy number one he is. But I like Texas in this one. I just don't know how Michigan can concentrate. I don't know what's going on up there. There's a bunch of chaos going on. They've kind of swept that under the table, I think.
Well, they made it. Let's talk about Michigan and their hire.
We will. I'm going to mention them here in a minute.
Well, we'll miss it now since we're talking about it.
Okay.
Talking about Michigan, just Michigan specific for a second.
Yeah.
That situation was getting worse and worse and worse, and it looked awful. I think Michigan somehow, some way, struck absolute gold.
They did. They got the perfect coach.
And I was like, not only is he a great coach.
Yeah.
We're talking about Whittingham, by the way.
Yeah.
And not only is he a great coach, and he is a coach that is a major upgrade over 80% of the coaches in the country, in my opinion.
He's probably the best hire anybody got.
He might be. I mean, he is certainly the top 2 or 3 of all the hires, right?
Yeah.
And the other thing about him, he is the absolute exact opposite of what that program has been. When I say is like just muddled in controversy, and Harbaugh did a great job, but that was controversial.
Yeah, I got a question about that. Why does he get away with all this?
Because he's Harbaugh.
This is the program was in constant trouble when he was there.
Yeah,
he hired these clowns that have gotten in trouble. Yet he's walked away from all of it, and he's the king.
Well, he knows when to get out. He got out
he
before it
knew.
got worse and worse.
You
But
know, I thought that was weird that he got out after they win a national title.
well, I think you know
Now I
why.
know
We're
why.
seeing it now.
Yes,
Yeah.
he knew. He knew he better get out of there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But of course, the media, they're not saying anything about that.
Well, yeah,
Anyway,
because
go ahead.
he's the darling.
Yeah.
And now,
that's
now
right.
all these guys are the scapegoat. Now Sharon Moore made his own bed.
Oh
I
well,
mean,
yeah. There's
that is
they're
just
guilty as hell. Yeah,
he's awful. But the point, they went out. This is like the cookie cutter, absolute perfect person to put in there.
he's Michigan.
But he's class. Like
He's class. Yeah.
none of what happened is going to happen under this.
Oh
This
no.
guy, they will be the cleanest program in the
Oh,
country.
they
Well,
will.
at least one of the cleanest programs in the country. He'll do everything the right way and by the book. He'll completely clean up the program. I don't know if they'll win a national title under him, but they'll be damn good under him.
Well, they'll play the style that they love.
Yes, and he's a bridge hire. I don't think he'll be there, more than maybe
No, he's 66, so he's
yeah,
going to be there too.
3 or 4 years. But
Mhm.
what's going to happen? And he's going to do a great job. He's going to clean everything
Mm-hmm.
up, and then they're going to hand it off to the next guy, and away
Mhm.
they go. Now, even under Whittingham, they might. I think they'll be in the playoff. I think. I don't know if they'll win a national title. I think he'll get him to that level at least once in his 3 or 4 or 5 years.
Oh,
But
I think so.
he's going to clean everything up. He's going to do the hard part for when the next guy gets it. They'll be
Yeah.
able to hit the ground running.
Right.
I mean, it's incredible to me how the Michigan thing was just a nightmare mess.
Total nightmare.
And it's totally, in my opinion, they fixed it,
Oh,
and the Penn State situation
yeah.
that was just a total debacle. And then they get a guy that I think is one of the best coaches in the country as well. It's crazy how it flipped like that.
I know it.
But
And the other team that comes out of all this, I think that we'll talk about this in a minute when we start reviewing the conferences, is Virginia Tech, which we'll get to in a minute because they got Franklin. So,
I mean,
everybody's sitting there, what is Michigan going to do? What are they going to do? It's too late to get a coach, and they go out and get the prototype coach for their style of ball.
It's funny with the press conference when you watch him. It's like, yeah, that's Michigan. It just fits, man. He put that on. I was like, that guy looks like he's from Michigan. He just feels like that's gonna just be perfect. I will be shocked if by the time he retires, they don't love him because I don't know. It just feels
if he doesn't succeed, I'll
like
be
the staple of his teams. Like hard
I'll be shocked if he doesn't succeed.
Yeah.
The key is how many are going to be in the portal. Can this hire kind of calm things down up there? I haven't heard a whole lot of them in the portal. I know the quarterback is down in Orlando.
Yeah,
saw him and Arch had a photograph together. Yeah, and
it is what it is. I mean, it's going to be questionable.
Well, everybody thinks he's going to go back to LSU because Kiffin's going to woo him back. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute too. But I don't know whether he may. I don't know if he likes it in Michigan. They've kept all of this pretty hush hush. At least I haven't seen a lot of it because I don't. Mm-hmm. I frankly don't care about Michigan that much. But I don't know what exactly is going on up there. But boy, they've done a masterful job of just kind of sweeping this aside and moving on. I think the holidays has really helped the situation because people are busy. The holidays, you got the playoffs going on. I think that's all kind of helped a little bit. Sweep this under the bus. Not only that, their basketball team's number 2 or 3 in the country and undefeated and blowing everybody out. So anyway, this is an interesting game. 2 big names, 2 blue bloods. Interesting to watch tomorrow. See what happens.
Well, yeah, I guess to summarize and come back to what we're talking about, Texas -7 feels like the side. So because they're certainly more stable right now than Michigan when it comes to this current team and that situation. So, all right,
what do you do with this one?
Well, look, Nebraska's terrible.
Yes,
and they
have no quarterback.
They have no quarterback. I think. They've got a lot of problems. I think long term they're in big trouble. But they take on Utah, who has they ran their coach out pretty much. I mean, I would still lean Utah, but this just feels like one of those games I don't really care.
I don't know. They hired within immediately.
Yeah.
Utah did, which is what you have to do. I guess he's been preparing them for the bowl game. Whittingham has, I guess. Yeah, on paper, they're definitely better. Nebraska doesn't have a quarterback. They've been awful since that guy got hurt. Now he's in the portal. So um, you got to take Utah. That's a lot of points.
Yep. It's a lot of
And
points.
what kind of mood is Utah going to be in? I mean, you lose your coach, what, 3 days before the bowl game? Yeah, when is that? When has that ever happened?
I mean, it feels like that's college football. And
I know, it's nuts.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would take Utah if you made me, but I'm not betting that one.
I know.
All right, main events for New Year's Eve. Let's start Miami and Ohio State to kick off the college football playoff quarterfinals. It's Ohio State, who's a 9.5-point favorite here. I think it's about right. What about you?
Yeah, I don't know how good Ohio State's offense is the only thing. To win by more than 9.5 in a playoff game, you got to have a good offense. So that would be the only thing I'm leaning. I'm with you. I think they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna have any trouble.
I don't either. I think I would not want to take Miami. It's
No.
to me, for me, it's Ohio State or pass, and I think it's Ohio State.
Miami beat the only team they could beat.
I
think.
totally agree.
And Texas A&M was a fraud. Their schedule was a fraud, and they got exposed. They played two good teams at the end of the year. They looked terrible. Come on, you scored 3 points at home in a playoff game, and Miami kicks. How many field goals did they miss? Miami could have beat them. If they were any good, they could have beat them by 20.
Yeah. Well, I'll say this, and I don't want to get into the game we went to. I want to save that one for a little bit later. But after watching OU and Alabama, and then you come home the next day and you watch these two teams, it's like, okay, I think we found the two teams that aren't that good. I mean, that was a horrific game.
You're trying to tell me Notre Dame wouldn't have played better than Miami?
I think Notre Dame, honestly, yeah.
They would have played better than Miami.
I think Texas A&M was the fraud. I think they took advantage of the schedule, and
and they can't help what the schedule was, and they took advantage of it, and they won like they're supposed to. So you got to give them credit for that.
Yep.
But they didn't play. They only played two of the top-notch SEC teams.
But I got text all day saying, why did Notre Dame in? This is crazy. And I said, okay, you hate these two teams that are playing right now, right? You think these two teams suck, Texas A&M and Miami. Yeah, I think they're awful. I said, they beat Notre Dame. Both these teams did.
Both of them did. That's right.
You got to get over it. If you think
there's no reason to go on. It's the way it is. I tend to think they should have been in two because I think how you're playing at the end of the year makes a difference. Yeah. And I also think Miami, if they'd have done what they were supposed to do, it wouldn't even have been an argument. You can't lose to 2 8-4 teams. You're not a playoff team if you do, and that's just the way I feel about it. A&M played their schedule and beat everybody but Texas. And played in the SEC. They deserve to be in.
And here's this is and Curtis is right. Okay,
he is right.
If you want to give, Notre Dame first game of the year, they went down to Miami and they got beat. Hey, it could happen. It's a first week. It does. It's one of those things. You came at home. You had Texas A&M. If I remember right, I think they had a week off before A&M came up there.
I don't know. They were unlucky in that game, if I remember.
Okay, they were, but again, A&M scored 3. They scored over 40 at Notre Dame that night. So it's like it's on you at the end of the day.
It really is.
So anyway.
You got to think back to the old days when you had to be undefeated to win the national championship.
Well,
you had to be undefeated to even play for it.
Yeah, I know.
Well, it ain't that way anymore. So you got to win your games. You have to win your games.
Yep.
And anyway, but I totally agree. I think they were better than either one of those teams. I definitely thought A&M was a fraud, but I thought Miami was too. So it was two frauds playing each other.
Yeah, I guess the only way to kind of save face is Miami if they win or play Ohio State really close, then you back up and go, well, maybe not. But if say Ohio State wins by 14 plus points, and it's a 14 plus that it's not really ever close. I think you go, yeah, that was a fraud. Yeah.
Miami's defense might keep them in the game. That's the thing.
You know, I don't think they will.
Cool.
I really think that was more of A&M choking.
Oh, that was awful. Their quarterback was not any good.
No.
A&M's quarterback is not any good, period.
I keep thinking Carson Beck versus Ohio State defense. I don't know.
He had a meltdown game. He didn't do shit in that game.
He didn't do a thing, and they won.
They sat over there and let him. They won the game without him having to do a freaking thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's going to have to do something to beat Ohio State.
Oh, yeah. If they score 10 points there, it won't be pretty in that game. All right, let's go on to a game I do think will be much more competitive. Oregon and Texas Tech will kick us off at 11 a.m. on New Year's Day in the Orange Bowl. Oregon minus 2.5 in this one. I think it's a little disrespectful to Texas Tech. Yeah, I'm taking Texas Tech in the points in this one.
They are the team we don't know anything about.
You know, I was talking to Dennis earlier today, and he said, we were talking about this game. And I said, the only like when you look at Texas Tech, man, they look like the team that has a really good defense and they play really solid. And I think they're the team to bet here. But the only problem is they've built this resume against the Big 12.
Yeah.
And it's just like, now we're going to take on a Big 10 team. What does that look like against a real opponent? That's the question.
There's two teams in these final 8 that don't play these kind of games. Yeah. We're going to talk about the other one here in a minute. Mm-hmm. And it's so hard for old timers like me to think they can come in here and do this, especially Texas Tech. Well, Indiana too, but I've seen Indiana do it a couple times. Again, look at Tech's schedule.
Yeah.
They haven't beat anybody. Mm-mm. They beat BYU twice. That's their best wins. They got drilled by, who was it, Arizona State?
Yep.
They played no one in the non-conference. So we don't know how good they are. I think their defense is extremely good.
Yep.
From what I've seen. I haven't seen a whole lot of them. Offensively, I think they're shaky at quarterback.
Yeah,
they've got the incentive of the underdog, and nobody respects them, and that means a lot. So you're taking them.
I'm going to take them. Yeah,
I'm not.
Okay. All right.
I'm not that high on Oregon either.
Yes, that's a big key for me. I don't know how good they are.
I don't think they're that good, but I got to see Texas Tech win a game like this. Let's put it this way.
I would say this. If it was Texas Tech minus 2.5, I might go to the Oregon side. I kind of want points in this game. I think it's a 1 possession, 1 score type of game.
I just want more points than 2.5.
I mean, and that's probably fair too.
If it was 6.
Everything I have that I look at says Texas Tech should be favored. But again, the resume was built against Big 12 teams, and that's the only, okay, for example, if it's the regular season and I'm breaking down, let's say, a Big 10 matchup or an SEC matchup, and everything I'm looking at says this team should be a 4-point favorite, and I go to the game and they're a 2.5-point underdog, I am betting that team and I'm excited. The only problem I have here is I get the analytics can only show the stats, right? And you built that resume against Big 12 teams, and that is my only pause.
Okay, to defend your bet, I think we could say that look at who Oregon played.
Yeah. I mean,
the teams they beat are Big 12 teams, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're that skill level. The Big 10 was terrible this year, other than the top 3.
Yeah, now they were really good, but after that,
Illinois was okay and Iowa was okay. Other than that, they weren't any good.
Mm-hmm.
Ohio State did not play Oregon. Indiana beat the hell out of Oregon.
Mm-hmm. At Oregon.
Now, it was a little bit early in the year, So we got to look at it that way. And
It
Oregon's
wasn't
quarterback
that
is
early, though. It
No,
wasn't
that's
that early.
But Oregon's quarterback is young, and he got a little better as the season went. They've gotten better on offense.
Yeah.
But they've gotten better against teams that aren't any good.
Yeah.
The next best team they beat was what? USC?
Yeah. Yep. I would
Well,
say so.
USC's not going to win a game like that in Eugene.
Yeah.
They're not capable of it.
Mm-hmm.
So when you look at Oregon, basically, you're right. What your analysis is, Texas Tech's the better team.
Every indicator that I look at and
I
I look
know.
at every single week says to bet Texas Tech. Literally
Yeah.
all of them. But again, sometimes I always talk about this on Visa when I'm on their shows. It's like you have to blend. Here's the analytic side of it, and then here's like the handicapper side of it. It's like, okay, eye test, and okay, yes, here's what the stats are telling me, but how did they build that resume? And this kind of and that's kind of the fun of it still, right? But still, the analytics are so strong on this side that I have to go with them.
Yeah.
So,
well, the smart voters, it's because, okay, I'm siding with Oregon because of history.
Yep.
Well, this has nothing, history doesn't have anything to do with 2025.
Yeah.
It really doesn't.
Yeah.
Or actually, this will be 2026 when this is played. I just can't. I don't know. I won't surprise me if Tech wins. Again, I don't like them very well. Maybe that's another reason I'm picking Oregon. I just think Oregon's got more experience in this type of game. But I see where you're coming from. It could.
I see where
you think that total's a little high?
I think it's way too high. I think when people, honestly, I think when people look at Oregon and Texas Tech, they think 42 to 38.
Yeah.
I was talking to Dennis about this earlier. I said maybe it goes over, but I think under is the play because Texas Tech is not what they used to be.
Their defense. Their defense is their team. They are tough.
Yeah. Yes. And
they got
honestly,
players.
Is Oregon really that explosive?
No,
I know
they're not.
Against this, like last week, they looked like it, but that was men against boys. I think.
Look, come on, that doesn't. You throw that out.
I think it's like a 28-21 type of game at the most.
Oh, I think that's at the most. Yeah.
Yep.
So I think 51.5. Maybe if you're undecided, just bet the under.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
It'll be an interesting game.
All right. I can already tell we're going to be the opposite of this one as well. Alabama and Indiana coming up next year. Indiana -7 in this game. Tell us why Alabama's the play.
Okay. Indiana's been riding the underdog role all year. Well, for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Look at us. Look at us. Look at us. They're number one in the country, and they're 7-point favorites over Alabama. You can't ride the underdog role anymore.
Nope.
You are expected to win.
The underdog role left when you beat Ohio State.
That's right.
Now it's out the door.
You're now the king.
Mm-hmm.
And Alabama, I think they're more talented. That doesn't always win. Obviously, they've lost 3 games.
Mm-hmm.
They may have found something in Norman on the 19th. You don't come from 17 down when you were out of the game and make that drive to make it 17-7. That had nothing to do with Oklahoma turning a ball over. That was the game right there. They had to get points, and they did. That got them back in the game, and then Oklahoma destructed.
Yeah.
The NOU made a run at them, got it to 27-24, and they regrouped and took it again.
Mm-hmm.
If they can protect for Simpson, that's the key. Yep. Can they give him time to throw it?
Yep.
Because he can win against Indiana if he has time to throw it. I think Indiana might win, but I'm taking Alabama and the points.
Yeah, I understand your stance on it, and I do. I certainly think it is a situation where the uniform favors one team heavily, and that's Alabama.
Yeah.
And the key, again, I got a whole thing on the Oklahoma game I want to get into later, but the key to that game, to me, minus all the shit that happened, all the OU blunders, somehow Alabama, who couldn't protect Simpson for 5.5 quarters when they were playing Oklahoma, protected him wonderfully and
They did.
carved him up. And I think that's the key. I think what you said is the key to this game. If Indiana's in his face all night, it ain't going to be pretty for Alabama.
No.
But
that's true of a lot of quarterbacks. So,
absolutely. But if they
can
give
this kid time, he's going to eat you up. And they got good receivers.
Yeah,
Alabama does. They got a tight end. It's tough. And they got an offensive coordinator that'll say, hell, if we can't run the ball, that's fine. We'll see if we can protect and start throwing the dang thing. And that's what they did. And so here's the thing. Again, Alabama plays these kind of games every week. I think that drive they made when it was 17-0 saved their season. And I think they got some confidence now. And they won't be they're not afraid of anybody except maybe an SEC team. I don't know. They might, if they had to play Georgia right now, they might be afraid of them because they have some skill. Other than that, I cannot bet against Alabama with 7 points.
The 7 is hard.
It's very difficult.
I think Indiana's going to win. I'm confident Indiana's winning the game. I am not confident on the 7. Here's the deal. The lack of running game for Alabama is not going away. They don't have.
No, they're not. They know that.
That's a big problem.
It is.
You moved the ball really well in the game.
Yeah, they did.
I still don't think Alabama's that good.
I don't think they're polished.
No, that's it. Let me backtrack. I think they're good, but I still don't think they're like an elite type of team.
I don't know how good Mendoza is.
Well,
he's very good in the clutch. That's for sure.
I think he's better than John Mateer.
Well, yes.
Well, John Mateer kind of threw all over Alabama, and I know he made huge mistakes, but you had guys wide open. He threw for a lot of yards. I think Mendoza can throw for a lot of yards.
It's going to be it's going to be a fascinating game.
Yep.
I'm a little surprised it's not at night. You would think the number 1 team in the nation playing Alabama would be the night game, wouldn't you?
You would think.
Even though the night game's nothing to sneeze at. That's for sure.
They can't play that. It's all about the Rose Bowl. The Rose Bowl gets what they want. So
yeah, that's true.
Have to play it in the afternoon. If you made me take it, I'd take Indiana -7.
I'm going to take Alabama. I don't know. Now, you think if they win this game, if Indiana wins, you're still not going to pick them to win the national title, are you?
No, because I think Georgia will beat them if they play, and I think Ohio State will beat them in a rematch if it's them, and I think it's going to be one of those two. So I would take. I would still not.
You think they'll beat either Tech?
Yes.
Or Miami? Yeah.
Tech or Oregon? Yeah.
Yeah. I think Oregon, right? I think this is a tougher game for them.
Yeah.
Than that one would be.
Yep.
We'll see. We'll see.
I agree.
This is a fascinating game, though.
Yeah. I like Indiana in this game, but I wouldn't lay the 7. I'm not going to bet the side. I might screw around with something different, but yeah, I can't. I am with you. Like I have a hard time placing money on -7. But I can tell you, hey, if you want to place your money, I would probably take Indiana, but I'm not going to do it. You know what I mean? So, I still think they're better. I just think they're better than Alabama. All right. Last one. I think I'm looking forward to this one the most. Oregon. Ole Miss and Georgia at 7 p.m. down in the Sugar Bowl. It was a great first game down in Athens. Georgia pulls away from Ole Miss late after Ole Miss kind of dominated for 3 quarters, at least not dominated, but it felt like they had control of the game. Let's say that. Georgia -6.5 here. I think that's too many points. What about you?
God. I just don't think Mississippi thinks they can beat them.
I know, and I feel like that's why they lost the first game.
Yeah. Mississippi got the worst draw of anybody.
They did. Yeah.
If they were playing Indiana, would you pick them?
Yeah.
I think I would for
would.
sure because
think
they
I
wouldn't
would.
they wouldn't
Yeah.
be afraid of Indiana.
The problem is I really want Ole Miss to win. I'm rooting for Ole Miss, but
Oh, me too.
Georgia's the team I think is playing better than anybody in the country right now.
I
So
do too.
I think 6.5 might be too many.
Yeah.
But I think Georgia's winning this game.
They've come on and they've really gelled. I'm really looking forward to it. I don't think Ole Miss has got enough to beat them. I just don't. The 6.5 is what you got to look at. I would probably. I just don't think they can play them close. I'm afraid they're going to make a mistake or two, and I don't know. Can they protect like they did the first time for the quarterback? Of course, he can beat you with his feet. He is really, really good. And why he wasn't at the Heisman Trophy thing, I have no idea.
I mean, look, out of all the quarterbacks, he's the one I would take. That's in the final 8. I'm talking about.
I think he's the best from what I've seen.
Yep. If I said, which quarterback out of the 8 will you take to go win a game today? I would take him. I think Chambliss is just electric. And I think they got a chip on their shoulder.
I do too. And I don't think it matters whether Kiffin's coaching or not.
No, I don't. Not this specific team. I don't think it makes
not
any
this
difference.
thing because all the players are there.
Yep.
And Kirby Smart made a comment too that I really liked. They asked him, he's not coaching, and the guy that called the plays is still there, and the defensive guys is still there. So the coordinators are still there. And the players are still there. And so I don't think it makes any difference whether Kiffin's there or not. Kiffin's just a sideshow for the media. He's a pretty boy right now. And he's going to get his down the line, I guarantee you. So for leaving his team like this, I'm rooting my ass off for Ole Miss. I'd give anything if they could win it all. So LSU'd have to play Kiffin $1 million for winning a national championship that he didn't have anything to do with. I think that'd just be funny.
I think we both have the same attitude. I'm really rooting for Ole Miss, and I thought they were. I was really just impressed with them all year long, but I was really impressed when they came to Norman. And I really like Trinidad Chambliss.
Oh, he's good. I'm rooting for him. By the way, I have to bring this up. I'm sure hardly any of you watched the D2 national championship team with Ferris State, where Chambliss came from. They got 2 guys that are quarterbacking them now. Somebody better go get those 2 guys because they're better than a lot of D1 quarterbacks. I'm telling you,
dude. I watched that game as well, and I like Harding. I thought they played Harding, and I thought Harding was
Arkansas.
I thought they were pretty darn good, really.
They were very good. They were 15-0. I would say they're pretty good.
Well, and what I'm saying is I never watched them until that game. And you watch them and you go, they're really good. But Ferris State, my God.
They smashed them.
They were really good. Ferris State. And can you imagine, being at a D2 level and you get your quarterback stolen from you?
Yes.
And you still go and win the national title and look
you
dominant.
Lose your quarterback.
Yeah.
They won the national championship last year, and they've won 4 out of the last 5. Ferris State has at D2. So you lose your quarterback who won the national championship, and then you turn around and you have 2 more down there that are just as good as he is, and you win the national championship and go 15-0 again. Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
That's amazing.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, and your quarterback goes on and is playing for the number 6 team in the country.
I know.
Now, you do have to give Kiffin a lot of credit for finding that kid. That's for sure.
Well, again, you give him credit for sure, but they also they got him in the spring. So it was like a panicked, oh, shit, we need somebody. Now he went and found him. So
yes, he did.
Or so, at least somebody did. So you give him credit.
And he had the money to pay him. So
yeah, exactly.
Of course, it probably didn't take too much to get him away from Ferris State.
I know the exact figure that they paid him. So
what is it?
300,000.
300,000. That's a pretty good 300,000, isn't it?
Yep. 300,000 is what they paid him. Yep. So Manlo says, and he is our Ole Miss correspondent. He said it was actually Charlie Weiss Jr. who found the kid supposedly. So
well, how come then Laney boy takes all the credit?
Yeah, well, I don't know why. And he was actually about to commit to
Oh, he
Temple.
made the right decision, I'll tell you for sure.
I don't want to question you, Manlo, but I don't know that that's true. That's not what I was told. I don't know that that's false either. I'll say that. But
Yeah.
so yeah, that's not the story I was told on him. But I do know the number was 300,000 to go over to Ole Miss to be the backup. And like I said, the plan all along was he was going to be the backup.
Oh, yeah.
And he
He-
started
he-
as the backup.
He was
and
the
then,
backup.
Yeah.
Because he didn't get there until the summer, the
Yeah.
fall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Well, he's been a real story.
it's
And he's kind of just been pushed to the side, as has Ole Miss, since the guy who gets all the publicity is gone.
it's crazy how the media
Oh,
controls how
ridiculous.
people think about every sport.
It's ridiculous.
And it's all driven by the media. And the
You
media
realize, like,
doesn't know anything.
right. 10 years ago, Lane Kiffin, everybody hated him.
Yeah.
The media hated him.
Yeah.
Now, Lane.
Yeah.
God, nuts.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't either.
This kid not getting any credit really.
No, he's
pisses me
not.
off.
He should have been at the Heisman Trophy thing for sure.
But it's like who he is and where he came from,
Yeah,
and
that's
the
right.
media didn't know about him, and the media wasn't very high on him, and didn't know who he was even, and so
Mhm.
they're just that okay, that's just that, Yeah, can't be very good. We didn't know about him. Well, actually, you can't.
Well, no one knew about him, but look what he did. That's what you look at.
It's like last thing on the media. It's so funny. Like the kid, the defenseman for the Oilers, who his name or not the Oilers, excuse me, the defenseman that plays for the Islanders right now, and he is good.
This is hockey, everybody.
This is hockey. So there's a defenseman. I cannot think of his name right now. He's playing for the Islanders, and I watch him all the time. He's good. He's a really good player. They've blown him up to be like he is going to be like this unbelievable player. And I was talking to a buddy of mine, and I was like, well, here's the deal. Nobody would be talking about the kid if he played for the San Jose Sharks, the Anaheim Ducks, Vancouver Canucks. It's like, but since he's in a big market, everybody they just blow him up like this amazing player. And I said he's very good, but I said you wouldn't even know who he was, if he played up for a West Coast team. And that's how that goes a lot of times, because they were like, wow, they've got the franchise guy. I was like, they have a good, solid defenseman. That's it right now. Let's see what he does. Let's let him play a couple seasons. But because he's in the New York market, okay, yeah, he's the next, insert great defenseman name already, right? And it's like he's played like 30 games.
Yeah.
So anyway, I thought I would throw that out there. So just another media reminder. It's like, yeah, the big market, once they get those great players or even good players, they blow them up to be the next great thing. And then they love to tear them down when they don't meet the expectation level that was set extremely too high for them.
Yeah.
So they go one of two ways. They blow them up, and then they do, the few meet the expectation level and they become gods, or they don't and they just tear them down as pieces of shit when they really shouldn't have been that highly touted to begin with. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with this one specifically. All right. That's it for college football. You said you had kind of a college.
Let's go over it just real quick.
Yeah.
Kind of review each of the four conferences on the year. Let's go to the ACC first. I guess if you had to pick the best story of the year, wouldn't it be Virginia?
Yeah, 11 wins. I think it gets ruined because they lost the ACC championship game.
But I don't remember them ever winning 11. I would say it's the first time they've ever won 11.
Can I hop in real quick because let's wait till we get to the Cleveland Browns. I'm gonna highlight this comment though for later. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I think they're the only winner in the conference. There's no one else I could say really exceeded. Maybe Duke. To win the conference, maybe Duke. By the way, Virginia was impressive against Missouri. I didn't think they would beat. Of course, Missouri's quarterback jumped into the portal. Easy losers got to be Clemson and Florida State. Has to be.
Which one would you say was worse? Probably Florida State.
Yeah, Clemson did have a winning season.
I guess the only thing with Clemson, it's like Clemson had higher expectations.
They did, but Florida State was in the top 25 too.
That's true.
So
and their expectations were through the roof after they beat Alabama, and they were awful after
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
they were.
Okay. Okay.
I guess the coach of the year in that conference would have to be Elliott.
Yep.
At Virginia.
Yep.
Coach is on the hot seat next year. Number 1, Dabo.
Yeah.
He's on the hot seat.
100%.
I don't know if he can survive another year like this. I don't know.
He's a very interesting situation because he is a
The
legend.
media now is starting to come onto the deal where, it's his coordinators.
Yeah.
I heard a big, long thing on that the other day. Well, he lost Venables, and they haven't been very good. And then he lost Elliott, who's at Virginia, and he fired Lincoln Riley's brother.
Yep.
He was the offensive coordinator. So it's coordinators. It wasn't Dabo, it was coordinator. So they're already starting it, see.
Yeah. Because he's a darling. He's a media darling. So,
yeah. Norvell is definitely in trouble on the hot seat at Florida State.
Yeah.
And Belichick, definitely.
Yeah.
He'll be on the hot seat.
How about Bobby Petrino going there as the offensive coordinator?
Yeah, that was interesting,
Isn't that wild? You got Bobby Petrino and Bill Belichick coaching North Carolina. I don't know if you should cry or maybe look at it and go, that's going to be.
Well, I think he needs to get Pete Carroll down there. And
I'm going to say, Pete Carroll going to run the defense.
See if we can get Bill Parcells, maybe. I don't know, but that is well. I mean, Petrino's a good coordinator, so
sure, it's fascinating.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
and I think the interesting team to watch for next year will be Virginia Tech, because of Franklin. Yep. And you don't have to get very much better to compete in that league right now.
Yeah.
And they've won in the past. It's going to be interesting to see if he can turn that around.
Yep.
So
I agree with that. I think that's a very interesting situation.
It's a very interesting team to look at.
He's another one kind of fits what that program
I think so too.
Wants to be.
Yeah, I think that was as good a hire as they could have ever made, and they made it early to where he can get in there and start building right now. So anyway, Big 12, 4 teams I have as winners. Tech, of course. BYU every year seems to do what they're supposed to do.
Yep.
Who's the Houston Cougars? And you got to get to Arizona and throw them in there too.
Yeah, I think
those are hell of a season.
Yeah, two good ones to go with the 2 big ones. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with all 4. Yeah.
The losers this year, I think Kansas State.
Yeah.
Did not meet expectations. Baylor, of course.
Yeah.
Tanked it. Iowa State is not a loser, but they lost their coach.
Well, and they lost their quarterback. And honestly, it's weird to say it about an Iowa State team. They did not meet expectations either.
They didn't. They kind of rallied down the stretch, though. Yeah. Yes, the rumor was, and I think your buddy told you, Beck was hurt.
Yeah.
And tried to play through that. And he just – anyway, they lost their coach and the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And it's tough for them anyway. So, and then Utah's the other one. They lost their coach. Hot seat next year. Oh, coach of the year, no doubt. Willie Fritz, Houston.
Yeah, good turnaround. I agree. Yep.
10 wins in year 2.
Hell of a year.
Yes.
Hell of a year for Houston.
Yep. Hot seat next year got to be the guy at Baylor.
Oh, big time. Yeah, Randall's got to go. I'm shocked he survived this year.
I am too.
Yeah.
And I think Dion's on the hot seat.
Yeah, I don't know the situation.
I'm a little surprised he didn't resign. I think his health is an issue.
I don't know what's going on with him. I saw an interview with him before the season ever started, and I knew they were going to be terrible. Just the way he was talking. So I don't know. I don't know what'll happen there. That'll be interesting. Yeah. But I agree with you. He's something. Yeah. I don't know that. I don't know. I guess he'll be back. I mean, he would be gone by now. So
they'll probably be back.
Yeah.
Team to watch next year, I think, is Houston. It'll be year 3 of him.
Yeah.
Depends on if he's got some NIL money. Guarantee he never dreamed they'd win 10 games this year.
Be interesting to see transfer portal wise. They did a pretty good job last year. Yeah. So we'll see what he does this year. That's going to open up here in a couple of days. So I do think it's a program that I heard an interview with him. He said, the biggest thing is, we're trying to build the lines through like high school, and develop them.
Yeah.
In the portal to try to fill in. So
skill players. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it.
Yep.
And, Tech's always going to be good and BYU's Always going to be good. The other team, I think, is going to be fascinating to see if Iowa State can keep up.
I think Iowa State's going to be really fascinating. I think K-State, what
Yeah.
happens there is going to be fascinating.
Both
I'll
of
throw one more at you.
Yeah.
What happens in Stillwater, I think, is
Yeah,
going to be
I was
really
gonna
fast
say.
with Oklahoma State. There's no way that team should be that bad. No
No.
way.
And I think this guy's a good coach that they got in there.
Yeah.
But it's now the rumor is he's going to bring the quarterback with him. Well, he's pretty good,
Mhm.
and they need a quarterback.
Yeah.
If you got a quarterback that's pretty good, then you can build around him. So we'll see what happens there.
If he gets the quarterback from North Texas to come with him,
Mhm.
I think they'll immediately turn around the offense because I
Yeah.
think they'll get enough players around him.
Yep.
I think they'll be okay. And that's the first step. I mean,
You got
Oklahoma
it.
State has never had a great defense, but you watch them year in and year out, and it's like they can score, man. They're
Yes.
dynamic. If you could just get back to that and
Yeah.
get 4, 5, 6 wins, everybody's going to feel better about
Yeah.
that thing.
Yeah.
And I agree with Manlow. I thought it was a home run hire. I thought it fit great. I really think if they can get the offense going, the rest will come with it. And look, everybody thought they would be the bullies of the Big 12 when Texas and Oklahoma left, and they haven't won a Big 12 game.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
crazy. Anyway, go on.
Exactly. All right, Big Ten. I'm just leaving Ohio State out because they were supposed to win.
Right.
Obviously, they're winners.
Yeah.
But Indiana,
Yeah.
and I think Illinois had a damn good year.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. Yeah,
They met their expectations, and I think that's worth something.
I think some in Illinois probably had too high of expectations
Yes,
for what they
definitely.
were, but I thought they had a good year, and
8 and
I do.
4.
Ohio State, Indiana for sure as well.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
The losers, no doubt. Penn State, of course, was number one.
Yeah.
Nebraska is second, in my opinion, and Michigan because of I would have put them on a pretty good year if all that crap hadn't happened up there.
Yeah. Yep.
But their reputation's a little bit tainted, I think, now, although this seems like Michigan can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter.
It felt like all year they underachieved, though.
Oh, they did.
And then now you get all this comes out, and you're like, oh, maybe that's why.
Yeah. Coach of the year's got to be the guy at Indiana. There's no.
Yeah.
I don't think you can choose anybody else. The hot seat has got to be Rule at Nebraska.
Yeah, I agree. Man, listen, if you bet under Nebraska's win total every year since 2005, you'd be undefeated. Or 2015, sorry.
Don't you think he'd be on the hot seat?
I mean, here's the problem.
He hadn't done anything.
Here's the deal. True. And I think he should be. Where do you go? I mean, you realize they made horrible hires after they fired what's his ass? I can't even think of his name now. Solich. They fired Solich.
Yeah.
But then they got Bo Pelini and they hated him, but they were pretty good under him.
They're better than they are now. Yeah.
For sure. And since they've got, I mean, Bo Pelini's the only good hire they've had since they fired Solich, is what I'm trying to say. And they've had a ton. I don't know what the answer is. I don't know what they want. I don't know how to, I don't know. I don't think you fire him because I don't know who you go get.
I don't either. I don't think they're coming back.
I think they're done.
They left the Big 12, and it's the dumbest thing they ever did.
Yeah. And also,
they lost that Texas connection,
Name a coach, though, that they've hired? I don't know. Scott Frost. True. I think Scott Frost, everybody thought would do really good, and he was.
I did too.
Yeah. But here's the other problem. Frank Solich was winning. Now, I'm dating myself, I know, but I remember it very well. He was winning 9-10 games. They fired him. They fired him on a 10-win season, I think. They were either 9-3 or 10-3. I can't remember.
Well, yeah.
But they fired him.
Mm-hmm.
And then they sucked. And then they got Bo Pelini, and he got them to win 9 or 10 games, and they fired him.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Pelini.
He was nuts.
Yeah, I mean, I think there was a little more to it, but at the end of the day, I don't think Bo Pelini wanted to leave. They fired him.
Yeah, he wasn't a Nebraska guy.
Yeah, well.
I mean,
I don't even know.
They kind of got it. They kind of got embarrassed by Bo.
Yeah, I was yelling on a
sideline. Bo griped at the officials too much. We don't do that in Nebraska.
But at the end of the day, it's like I don't know what they really are
I don't
anymore. They're kind of Minnesota. They're kind
Well,
of
they are. They're Wisconsin, Minnesota, Iowa.
they're not even that though. They can't beat Iowa.
They, no, they can't beat Iowa.
Like
They can
then
beat
that's why I say they're kind of Minnesota. Like
Minnesota beat them 24-6.
that's the thing. Like that's kind of and I know like Nebraska people are yelling at the screen right now, but I just don't see any evidence that they're anything different than that. I mean,
They're not.
it's
The Nebraska fans are amazing.
oh for sure.
They fill that place every game.
Yeah.
And they're watching mediocre football.
I'm telling you right now, if OU went through that stretch,
Oh,
you could
there'd
get a
be
ticket
nobody.
anywhere you wanted. They would jump ship.
A lot of teams would.
Yeah, a lot. And
I mean,
they
we're talking 25 years.
they are loyal as hell. And like their fan base deserves a winner
Well, they
because
do.
they are one of the best fan
And they
bases in the
still
country.
travel.
Yeah.
And you watch some of those road games, they're all over the stands.
Yeah.
In fact, they go to some of those places like Rutgers, there's more Nebraska than there is.
And Curtis mentions you mean Ohio State legendary, or excuse me, Ohio legendary head coach Frank Solich. The funny thing is, he went to Ohio and they were damn good when he was there.
They
Like
were. Look at yeah.
he was
Probably
a good
won more
coach.
than any Ohio coach ever.
Yes, he was a good coach. Now, again, he didn't win to the level they wanted at Nebraska, but he was doing great compared to what they had, you know.
They would take the level now, but when he was there, they were coming off 11-1, 12-0, national championships, and
yeah,
he was going 10-3, and Pelini came in and was going 9-4, 8-4,
yeah,
which they would take probably now.
Yeah,
and I never thought I'd ever see him drop.
Mm-mm.
And they have, and when you go this long and you're recruiting kids now that never heard of Nebraska,
yeah,
and it ain't a wonderful place to be. You're coming from the South, you're a player from the South, and you want to go up and spend the winters in Lincoln.
It's a great school, but it's not located.
The school and the state. I'm not knocking the state or anything. It's the weather. It's they can't do anything about that. What I'm saying is these kids, they don't know the Nebraska history. They weren't alive.
Well, okay, let's take me as a perfect example. I'm 42 years old. Okay. My first kind of memories of real good, I remember things, but things I vividly actually remember was about 1994, 1995. Okay. So they were good for about a 5-year stretch in my solid memories of college football. But
Yeah,
I'm
add 25 to that.
But yeah, I'm 42 years old.
Right, exactly.
So I'm not, like take Madison, your niece.
Yeah.
Okay, she's fresh. No, she's not a sophomore in college. She has no recollection.
No idea.
All she thinks when she thinks of Nebraska is like, well, they're not any good. Why do I care?
Exactly.
So you're literally, you can't forget the past because that is something you got to keep bringing up, but you got to you got to build a whole new legacy because it's not there anymore.
No.
So it's
for 30 years, they were as good as anybody in the country.
Well, when I first started, like I said, when I first remember it, I just think of just guys that they were unbelievable, like, you think of like Grant Wistrom from Webb City right down the road from us, just being a dominant force on their line. And you think of Tommy Frazier and Lawrence Phillips and, on
if you
and
were
on.
being recruited by Nebraska, it was a big deal.
Oh, yeah.
And hey, Nebraska's after him. Oh,
listen,
no way.
Those flags with that block in, we live in Missouri. They were all over Missouri. You would see that block in everywhere you went. And now I hadn't seen a block Nebraska in 15 years, I bet. It's crazy.
I never thought I'd ever see it go this long, but I don't know if they're coming back. I think when you go this long.
Eric Crouch, there's another one. Yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
That was in 2000 when OU beat them.
Yep.
When they were number 1 and we were number 2.
Yep. And I don't know how old you are, Manlow, but if your first college football like favorite player was Eric Crouch, you're probably about 3 to 4 years younger than me, maybe 5. But again, like that, you're kind of a kid, but you know you know what's going on, and it's like you watch Eric Crouch. It's like, yeah, Tommy Frazier, like that was one of mine because OU was terrible. You know, when I first started to actually know what was going on, but I watched Tommy Frazier a lot. I love to watch him. Michael Bishop from Kansas State. And it was K-State and Nebraska, and they were going at it. Those were the two powers in the Big 12 at the time. But anyway, I'm rambling, but I remember those teams. It was like they were so good.
The OU
Nebraska
game
now, and it's like they're so shitty.
Yeah, the OU Nebraska game Thanksgiving weekend. That was must-watch TV.
Yeah,
it was the highest-rated game in the country every year.
Hey, I remember they beat us 69-7 one year. They beat us 77-21 one year. I remember those games. Yeah,
we went through it.
Yeah,
I mean, we bottomed out probably worse than they did. But
we bottomed out worse than they did, but we came back up.
We came back, but
we've had a cut like under Venables last year. Oh gosh, that looked like oh shit, and the line was oh shit, we're going to become Nebraska.
Yeah, that's what everybody was afraid of.
Yeah. Nebraska Nebraska hasn't had a season in the last 15 years you point to and go, okay, maybe they can build off that, you know? So
the difference is we're closer to Texas than they are. Well, we have a recruiting place we can go, and they don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because when they were in the Big 12, they played in Texas a lot.
Yeah.
And that helped in their recruiting. But their recruiting's dropped off. I
remember we were walking out of the Ohio State game or the Ole Miss game, and we were talking on the way to the car, and you're like, we might be becoming Nebraska, and I said, now wait a second, we've fallen. I said, to think about what you said there, we're not even close to that. We feel like we are, like the world's falling. We just lost at home to Ole Miss. I was like, number one, that's a really, really good team.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, we had chances to win that game. And now they also made mistakes that kept us in it. But I said, if Satanga doesn't fumble the punt return, we're at the 50-yard line going to tie the game. Who knows what happens? You know what I mean? Like things could happen. It's like we still had chances to win that game.
Mm-hmm.
If Ole Miss went to Lincoln, they would beat the holy ass hell out of
they would have. Yeah.
So
they don't have the athletes.
Exactly. And that's why I said that day. I said, here's the difference. Ole Miss would just run right by them. Ole Miss would just have, because Nebraska has no speed. Like OU has a lot better players than that. And, obviously it turned out we had a really nice season.
Yeah.
But still, even that day leaving is like, I don't think we're turning into Nebraska at this point.
No.
It's more like, you're kind of, are we going to be that 8-4, 9-3?
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's not Nebraska, right?
No.
That's the thing. And they've fallen past that level.
Yeah.
And that's what's crazy about it. Like,
they just can't get over the hump.
They were happy to be in a bowl last year. And I get why they were happy, because that was an accomplishment, but that's how it's fallen. It's crazy. Yeah. Let's get off of it. I don't
Okay. Yeah.
But
one more. The SEC, I think the winners are, and again, I'm leaving Georgia out. Vanderbilt to me is almost as good a story as Indiana. What the guy's done there for 2 years in a row is unbelievable. Mm-hmm. I think Ole Miss had a hell of a year, and I think you got to throw OU in there as one of the winners.
Yeah.
Sure. Losers, Florida and South Carolina, for sure.
Big time.
Coach of the year, it's got to be the guy at Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
But Kirby Smart's right in there too. Mm-hmm. The guys that are supposed to win, they don't get the recognition they deserve. He's done a great, and I'm not a Kirby Smart fan, but he's done a hell of a job this year.
Yeah,
because they weren't very good early. They've come on. I think you have to throw Venables in there too. He deserves some recognition, probably. Mm-hmm. Hot seat next year, Beamer at South Carolina for sure. I think Josh Heupel is in trouble at Tennessee.
Yep, agree.
They're not happy with him, and I think if he goes 8-4 next year, I think they'll fire him.
Yep. I do too. Another delusional program, by the way.
It is.
Yeah, I think Heupel's on the hot seat. Beamer's certainly number one.
Yeah.
A lot of new coaches in the league, so they're not year one on the hot seat.
If I'll tell you another one, will be Lebby at Mississippi State. If they go 5-7 again, they're going to be after him.
Yeah, I think they're happy with him, but now
Yeah.
they're going to expect a winning season
Yeah.
next.
So
for
they got to
sure.
go to a bowl game at least next year.
Yeah.
And it's hard to do in this league.
I will say this, and I don't know if you'll agree or not. I think Venables and DeBoer aren't totally safe.
No, I was going to put DeBoer.
Now, DeBoer, if he wins this one, I think he's safe.
I do too.
But
what
if
else
they
do you
lose
want?
this, I think a lot of people will go, well, they weren't competitive against Georgia. Let's say they lose Indiana, they're still not where they should be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then if you go out and you go like 8-4 in the next year, I think he'll be.
Well, if Venables comes out and goes 8-4 next year, which they could clearly do,
yeah,
he'll be on the hot seat again.
100%.
You're always going to be in the hot seat at these places. You just are.
Unless you've established like you've won national titles and then you can maybe survive a year or two. But they've done enough to where they're in good graces, but they haven't done enough yet to where they can survive that kind of season. Yeah.
If OU doesn't fix the offense, he's in trouble.
Yeah, 100%. Yep.
Teams to watch next year. Of course, Ole Miss is going to be one you want to watch because to see if they can keep this up without Pretty Boy. And then LSU will be a major story in the SEC. And then what will Florida do? Will they come back?
Mm-hmm.
Those are, and then of course the obvious ones every year. So, crazy year for sure.
Yeah, crazy year, and we'll see what happens. Final 8 coming up not even this weekend, coming up here in a couple of days. All right, let's rip through the NFL.
Yeah, real quick.
We'll start with I don't know who to take here. We'll start with the Panthers and the Buccaneers on Saturday. The Panthers win, they're in. The Bucs win, they're not exactly in. They have to get an Atlanta loss to the Saints, and it's at Atlanta, so I don't know. Yeah. Tampa Bay -2.5 here at home. They have totally just fallen apart. I wouldn't say the Panthers are having, for their expectations, a really good season, but they've had chances to kind of end this thing and haven't been able to do it either. Who do you think wins this one?
I've lost all faith in the Bucs.
Yeah.
It seems like their defense can't stop anybody when you have to have a stop. The offense can't protect. They can't catch the ball. They've just fallen apart.
Yep.
There'll be a coaching change there next year. I think they're all over him from what I gather. So I think he's lost control. I'm going Panthers. I think they'll win.
I'll stick with the Bucs one more time just because I'm stupid. Here's the deal. The Panthers can't get out of their own way either. So.
No, I'm not betting it. I just think Carolina's going to beat them.
I think it'd be funny if the Bucs beat them, and so they're both 8-9, and then the Saints beat Atlanta, and the Panthers go anyway. I think that'd just be fun. I don't know. Let's be fitting for that.
Well, one of them's going to be 8-9. So
yeah, absolutely. It's crazy. All right, Seahawks and the 49ers next. This is a very good game. First place in the NFC on the line here. Even though it's in San Francisco, it's the Seahawks -1.5. Who you got here?
No doubter. Niners.
Niners for you?
Oh, and at home?
Yeah.
I mean, I think Seattle's really good. I do.
Mm-hmm.
They've proven it.
Mm-hmm.
The Niners just seem to win. If you need to win 20-12, they do. The other night, they had scored 42 to win.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting some players back. I really like them.
Yeah.
Now, let me get this straight. This is for the division, right?
Yes.
So the loser will be the 5 seed.
I don't know how that's going to shake out. It depends on other things.
Jackson. No, who's the other one that's involved?
The Rams are involved in it, and so that's one. And after their loss, I don't know.
I think they are 6.
Let me look at the standings real quick.
They were either going to be 5th or 6th.
We had our fantasy draft last night, and I didn't look at the updated standings.
They were talking last night. They were either going to be 5th or 6th.
Yeah, so Green Bay's locked into 7, so it'll be the loser's going to be 5 or 6. So you're playing Carolina or Tampa if you're 5.
So you want to be the 5 seed if you don't win the division
because you're playing Philadelphia if you're 6.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you could be playing the Bears. See, there's too much that could still happen.
That's right. The Bears have lost 5. That's the other one that's kind of screwed up.
Yeah. There's too much that could happen here with the seeding.
But the Bears have the division locked up,
Yes. Yeah.
so they're not going to be a 5.
They could slip to 3 though.
Yeah. But I think the loser of this game is 5.
Most likely. Yes.
Yeah.
Could
Which
be 6.
is not bad.
Yeah. No.
So what they're really playing for is a bye.
I think Seattle beats them. How about that?
Okay.
I'm going to take Seattle. I think they're better.
They're really good.
Yep. I think they're better. All right. Saints and Atlanta here. Both teams. Listen, I would take both of these teams over the 2 teams, the Panthers.
We were talking before we went on the air. They're playing better than the other 2.
And I think if both teams started the quarterback to begin the year that's playing right now, they would be playing for the division this week.
Falcons for sure.
Yeah. Yes. The Falcons totally screwed it up. Right. Cousins should have been the quarterback from the beginning.
Yeah.
Anyway, Atlanta -3. Who you got here?
I like it. I like Atlanta.
Yeah.
Because of Cousins and the game's at home. Again, Atlanta, you can't figure them out. They signed Cousins for $40 million a year. Then they draft Penix.
Yep.
And everybody thought, okay, well, Cousins is going to play a couple of years while Penix learns. And that's not what happened. And then Penix gets hurt. They put Cousins in, and now they're beating everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good move down there. Good job.
All right. Atlanta for both of us. All right. I kept this start. So let's talk about the game first. Well, I mean, it's a meaningless game. Browns and Bengals. Any thought on this at all?
I would take the Browns plus 7.5, I guess. Although their Super Bowl was last week, beating Pittsburgh.
I know. I don't know what to do here. I don't know who's going to show up and be ready to play.
This.
So here's the deal. All right. As everybody knows, I'm not on any social media. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's being said. I don't know all the bullshit that gets posted on there. Here's what I'm going to tell you. So the draft, right? Shedeur Sanders. So the comment is the Shedeur Sanders stuff is the best example of media distorting a player's perception versus their actual ability.
Absolutely.
So here's the deal. When the draft was happening and Shedeur kept not getting drafted.
Yep.
I was like, and again, I don't know. I don't read any of the shit that gets said, but I'm sitting there going, okay, I've watched him play. And I don't think he's like an amazing player, but he's good.
He's good.
I've seen him play. He's good. And quarterbacks and I love this kid, Dylan Gabriel, are getting drafted above him. And I'm like, Dylan Gabriel's not an NFL quarterback.
No, and he's not near as good. Athletically. You
love Dylan Gabriel, right?
Yeah, I do. I think he's a great kid.
And you don't have any feelings one way or another towards Sanders, right?
No.
So if we were going to be biased, we would be biased towards Gabriel.
Yeah. Gabriel's
not an NFL guy.
No, he's not.
And I'm sitting there going, what is going on? And so I started asking, like, oh, he's a bad guy. I was like, based on what? I've never seen him do anything to say that this kid is a bad person.
You talking about Sanders?
Sanders, yeah.
Right. No, he
based on what? Oh, his dad. Okay. Why? What did his dad do?
Yeah, he just coached him.
Yeah. I mean, well, he thinks his kid's great. Well, it's his dad.
Well, yeah, what's he supposed to do?
You know what I mean? It's like,
well, he was great at Colorado.
He was pretty
He won
good.
like 9 games at Colorado.
Well, they retired his jersey. How crazy is that? It's like, okay, that is crazy, but what does that have to do with his NFL ability?
Yeah, exactly.
And so then it's like everybody buys into it. It's like, well, okay, I get like people that are on Twitter saying, oh, forget about this guy. But it's like NFL franchises bought into this theory that this kid is a cancer of some sort. And it's like the Cleveland Browns drafted Johnny Manziel, who was clearly more of a chance of being a cancer in your locker room than this kid. This kid is quiet. He just plays. To me, at Colorado, he didn't really show a lot of cockiness at all.
No, the other guy did.
And I'm like, yes, I agree with that. And I'm like, what is happening? It was all just a bunch of bullshit. So they bury him on the depth chart behind. Let's look at who he got buried behind. A 40-some-year-old man. Okay. A guy that, has been accused of sexually assaulting all kinds of women. He was behind him.
Who never played it down.
Who never played it down, and is the worst, probably one of the worst freaking biggest baby human beings in the world.
Oh, yeah.
He got all that money and didn't do shit. He won't hardly play.
Mm-mm.
And then Dylan Gabriel, who is not an NFL quarterback.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so you go through all this shit. They're horrible. Gabriel was not any good. Flacco was terrible.
The team's awful.
The team is awful. They finally let Sanders play. They're not. He's pretty decent compared to what they've had.
Yeah.
So it's crazy to me how that took on a life of its own. And anybody that watched him, just watched his games, was like, well, I don't think he's great, but I don't think he's bad. Like, second round, third round, I thought that's where he would go. I didn't think he was a first round pick. I never did. But third round, yeah, I thought he would go in the third round. Anyway,
so we spend an inordinate amount of time, I'm talking to the NFL, on combines and interviews and all this junk.
Yeah.
And they let the media decide for them. Then why do we have the combines? Why do we have all this stuff? I mean,
yeah.
I tend to think they didn't like what they saw. I don't know.
It had to have been. I never got a clear answer. It's like, well, he didn't interview very well. I heard that
every team passed on him.
Every team,
which you would have thought. I mean, word had to have gotten out somehow.
Well, and I heard things
more
like
than one team would have interviewed him, right?
Yeah, yeah. I'd heard things like, well, he's just he's a prima donna.
I don't see that when he plays.
A, I don't see it, and B, do you watch the NFL? That's all there is on those teams.
All there is.
Like 90% of them.
They make a sack and they act like they've never done it before. They have to dance. They have to do that kind of stuff. Or they're all prima donnas.
Yeah,
almost every one of them are. Mm-hmm. It's all about them.
So, also rumors that his dad tried to dictate what teams he would and wouldn't play for, kind of like Eli Manning's dad did back in the day. I mean, we didn't blackball him. Do you know how many times that happens with quarterbacks?
John Elway, way back in the day, Elway was going to be drafted by a horrible team, and at the time, and he said, "I'm not playing with them. I'll just go play baseball." So he ended up in Denver.
Happens all the time.
It does. You think it's happening back? It's only going to get worse with these prima donnas now making $6 million in college.
Yeah,
that are going to say whatever. I mean, they're going to get to do whatever they want to do.
It's insane. What happened with him is insane.
It is
mass hysteria at its finest.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not saying he should have been in the first round. I'm not.
No.
But I definitely thought this is a day 2 type of guy.
Well,
and to be very clear, I had no expectations that he would be great in the NFL, but I kept thinking to myself, he's a lot better than these guys that are getting drafted. Some of the guys, I should say, getting drafted ahead of him. Yeah. So.
Well, you look at the NFL and the quarterback situation. When you got to go get Phillip Rivers,
yeah,
who, by the way, has played all right. He's not the reason Indy's lost.
No.
They can't stop anybody.
But to your point, like that's how bad the quarterbacks are.
They don't have anything.
I know.
And the Browns.
And here's the deal: Carr says he's better than the guy his team took 2 rounds.
That's all we just said.
Yeah. Not only is you can just make the general statement he's better. When you look into it, every measurable, he's better. I mean, I don't know.
Well, here's the thing with Gabriel. I think they took him as a backup, not a starter.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
And there's a lot of Dylan Gabriels that are backups.
I think Dylan Gabriel will be a fine backup. Yeah.
Yeah, there's tons of them.
Mm-hmm.
He's smart. He's a good teammate. He'll play the best he can. He's not going to do anything stupid.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, okay. How good is their evaluations of quarterbacks when they got Anthony Richardson?
Right.
Yeah. Was the number 4 pick overall, I think.
And again, that's another one. It's just like all his measurables. Oh my God, this guy's amazing. This guy's amazing. He's like, does anybody watch him? He ain't
worth a shit. And they're
like,
going to do the
it's
same
terrible.
thing with that kid at South Carolina. He cannot play.
Yeah.
I don't care how bad your team is around you. If you can't make any plays,
Mm-hmm.
you're not, it's not going to work.
Yep. I agree.
And that, quarterbacks, the great ones, they make plays on their own. We've gone over this a million times. Mahomes wasn't as good doing that this year.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't make those special plays he makes for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Was off just a little bit. Look what happened.
Honestly, I think Manlow, it was like 3 or 4 weeks ago. A comment he made on Mahomes makes a ton of sense to me and something I had kind of thought of, but I hadn't, I think Manlow said it a lot better than I'd kind of been thinking it. When's the last time you've seen Mahomes take a snap, drop back, make a read, and make a throw?
Yeah.
Never. Like in the last year.
Yeah. He's running for his life.
But some of it I think is on him.
I do too.
It's like he takes a snap and he's just all over the world in a backwards behind the back pass, and hopefully it's completed. Like that's every play.
It is.
Like drop back and run it out and throw the ball. Like
he had a
time and place for everything.
He was not very good this year.
No, he just doesn't. They don't just run normal plays where it's like, and maybe it's on him. It's like just drop back and throw it.
I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, all right, let's go on.
Okay.
Packers and Vikings next. I think the Vikings are still playing hard.
Mhm.
Packers, I don't know. Maybe they've kind of packed it in. They're just waiting for the playoffs, trying to get
Yeah,
help.
they're locked in at 7, so they don't.
Yeah.
And the quarterback's not going to play, I don't think.
Yeah.
And the Vikings can have a winning record.
Yep. I think
And
Vikings
be a team to look for next year.
Yep. Vikings -6.5.
Baltimore just went in there and killed Green Bay.
I know.
And the thing was, they scored 41 points.
Yeah, they ran over them.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I like Minnesota too.
All right, Cowboys and Giants next here. Dallas -3.5. This is a nothing game.
Big win for the Giants last week.
Yeah, they don't get the number 1 pick. Congratulations.
I have no idea and don't care. I'd say Dallas would win, but why would you even want to bet that?
I almost think if you're going to take the Giants. They're at home. I mean, they might come out and play hard. I don't know if Dallas will or not. I'm with you, but I wouldn't bet it. I wouldn't.
No, you got to stay in these games. You don't know what the incentive is.
Titans and Jags. We do know the incentive for the Jags. They need to win this game to lock up the division. 12.5 point favorites. I think you could lay 12.5 taking on the Titans. What about you?
Yeah, I think so. Jacksonville's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean they continue to kind of show us week after week. Yeah, they are actually pretty good.
They're pretty good.
Colts and the Texans, another game. Doesn't mean anything to the Colts. Texans, like say, if the Jags lose, which doesn't seem likely at all, then the Texans win, then the Texans could win the division. I don't think that's going to happen. Do you want to lay 10 points with Houston? That's a lot of points. That's the only thing.
I think I heard Riverton going to play, right?
Right, yes.
Yeah, I think I'd lay it with them. I don't know who's going to quarterback Colts.
It's going to be Riley Leonard will be the quarterback, from what I've heard.
I tell you what, Houston is – I wouldn't want to play them.
They're very good.
They are on a roll.
Yep, they're very good. They were underachieving, and they're very good. Yeah, they're going to be tough in the playoffs, no doubt about it. It's all going to come down to matchups. Those matchups in the AFC are razor thin.
Yep.
Jets and the Bills next here. Jets, they've packed it in for sure. Bills -7. I don't think the Bills are going to play hardly anybody here. So
they're already locked in.
Yeah, I don't think I don't know what this game will look like at all. Look like exhibition game. That's what I think it'll look like.
I think Buffalo wins, but I'm not betting it.
I would think
think that was the dumbest decision you ever saw the other night?
Going for 2?
Yeah.
I don't know why you go for 2 at home. I would say that.
Not after you come from 13 down, and they haven't made a first down. Or I don't think Hurts completed a pass in the second half.
Yeah, the theory was they just wanted to they didn't want to risk injury with overtimes, but I think that's BS.
Oh, really?
I would have kicked it. Yeah. Now,
aren't they still in the playoff to win the division, though?
Yeah. I mean, they still had a chance.
So you just don't want to get anybody hurt?
Yeah, no, I think it's a bullshit excuse, is what I'm saying.
I mean, is that what they said?
That's what I've been told. I have no idea what they said, but
they need to fire them all.
That's what Samich told me. I don't. It could be false, but
he probably knows.
Did he
think
shocked they went for 2? Now I will say this: it should have worked.
Yeah,
like you got your all-world quarterback and a receiver breaking wide open. I mean, you got to make the throw. But I was shocked. They went for 2. Yes. I was screaming at the TV, no, don't do that.
Well, I was too because I had Buffalo -3.
Well, okay, that's a very good reason. My reasoning was what you just said. No, like kick it. You're dominating.
I don't understand it. You're dominating the game.
Yeah.
The Eagles didn't have to win. It didn't matter. You got them. The weather's horrible.
Yeah.
They're to the point. Let's just get out of here.
Yeah.
I didn't understand it.
Stupid.
It
I
was.
totally agree. I was with you. I'm 100% with you. I didn't have money on the game, and I was 100% with you.
I have a feeling if they go out in the first round, they may have a new coach in
100%.
Buffalo.
If they go out in the second round, they may have a new coach as
The
well.
shelf life is about done for him.
It's
Same thing
0.
with the next clown we're going to talk about.
Honestly, I think it's win the Super Bowl or at least make the Super Bowl or you're out.
Yeah,
That's how
so
I view it. Yeah, this will be interesting. Let's talk about I guess we don't really need to talk about the game. It's the Lions and the Bears. I think the Bears cover. I don't think I don't know who the Bears will be.
Well, the Bears probably won't play anybody.
Yeah. But let's talk about the Lions situation. I don't think you can fire Dan Campbell after this
No,
year.
I don't think you can either.
But should they?
Another year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
And
disaster.
this is another thing. He lost both coordinators, and look what happened.
He's going to have to go get 2 new coordinators that are up and comers. Is what's going to have to happen because it's
Yeah.
clear he can't coach.
He can't call the plays.
I don't think he can coach.
He hired the wrong coordinators. And
listen, I want to take credit. I want to take credit for something. I don't do this very often. I said 2 years ago, this guy's a joke.
I thought he was.
And now everybody's saying, "Oh, this guy's a joke. I can't believe this." It's like, no, you kissed his ass.
He
when
was
they were
doing
winning.
the same stuff, only they weren't any good.
Yeah.
And they won a couple of games with those gambles.
Yeah.
And now they got good, and you don't have to do that stuff.
Yeah. 2 years ago, what he pulled in San Francisco
It
was
cost him.
and everybody like, no. It's like that's who they are. It's like bullshit. He cost them that
But
game.
you go back to Buffalo. Allen's not going to be able to play forever, and you've won nothing with him.
Yeah.
I mean, you've won a lot of games, but you haven't even got to the Super Bowl with one of the best quarterbacks there is.
No.
And you got to do it. You got to get there because he's getting older. He's played a long time.
Yep.
And the injuries are going to start creeping up.
Well, in pro sports, when you have star players and then you don't get it done, the coach is the one that gets the axe because you're so locked in and you get so much money invested in the players. They're not leaving. So the coach gets the blame.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right. Chargers and Broncos here in this one. I would say the Chargers will have hardly anybody play in this game. Broncos do need to win to lock up the number 1 seed, though. So all the momentum or all the motivation is with Denver. -12.5 here.
That's why they're 12.5.
Yeah. Don't you think?
Yeah. Herbert's not going to play, I don't think.
Yeah. I think they cover 12.5 because the Chargers aren't going to play anybody. How do you bet this one? The Chiefs and the Raiders. The Raiders are actively trying to lose. The Chiefs are, I don't even know how you would describe them, just an absolute skeleton of themselves.
Yeah.
The Chiefs are 5.5-point favorites in this game.
I will give the Chiefs credit on whatever that's Christmas. They played hard.
They played their ass off. Yeah.
And I didn't think they would.
No, I didn't either.
And I thought that was a tremendous effort from them. They almost won that game. That idiot jumped off sides.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
About that? So he's talking about Chris Jones. He jumped off sides when it was a clear. The announcers were saying it. Everybody sitting at home that knows anything about football were saying, okay, well, it's clear what they're going to do here. They're going to try to get him to jump off sides. And then blah, blah, blah. And he's out there acting like a moron before the snap. Like I said to myself, 95's jumping off sides. There's no doubt because they're all the other defense is kind of locked in and he's just out there acting like an idiot. And it's like, you could tell he has no idea what's about to happen. Jumped off sides. Anyway, go ahead.
I think that's the second week in a row he's done it.
Well,
I heard somebody say.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know.
I knew if there was a bet, hey, Jones is jumping off sides this play, I would have made it. I would have bet it in a heartbeat.
They're just having one of those years. Just kind of crap happens, and I don't think the Raiders could beat anybody.
No, I think you got to stay away from the game completely, but
Oh, yeah.
I would bet the Chiefs if you made me.
Yeah, I would too, but yeah. Why you want to even watch it?
I will not watch it.
Yeah.
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 I won't watch this one either.
No.
Cardinals and the Rams here. Rams -7.5. I guess the Rams win this game. I
Yeah,
don't
but
know. I don't
they
know what
won't.
their motivation is either.
No, I think they've got 6 locked up,
Yeah.
so they have no motivation.
No. Let's keep going. Dolphins and Patriots. There is motivation on the Patriots side of thing. They win, and then Denver loses. They could be the number 1 seed. So it's not much because I don't think Denver's losing, but I guess just kind of keep the momentum going. I don't know. You got to play your players with that.
Yeah, you do.
Chance.
You do.
So 10.5 is a lot, though. What do you think? I mean, the Dolphins haven't quit. They've
No, they haven't, and they're not. They've played pretty well second
Yeah.
half of the season.
It's a tricky one, really. If
It
you're
really
doing that.
is. 21 degrees.
Yeah.
I don't think Miami's going to want to go up there with 21.
No, I think you play New England.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a sneaky good team.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't played anybody, but I'm telling you, they're pretty good.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to play them.
It's going to be very interesting to see how the playoffs shake out. We'll cover that next week, obviously. 2 more. Commanders, Eagles, nothing game. Who knows who's playing on either side? So it's a pass. I don't care about it. Predict this one for me.
No, I can't.
For the division, Ravens versus Steelers. I think it's going to be very entertaining. Baltimore is a 3.5 point favorite on the road in Pittsburgh. Both these two teams have tried to lose this thing the whole ride. Here they are. One of them has to win. Who wins?
Baltimore's better. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, I would agree with that.
If I was Baltimore, I would not play Lamar.
You would go Huntley and just run the ball.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah. They're going to play Lamar, but I get what you're saying. I almost agree with you.
Well, they scored 41 last week.
Well, yeah, because you know what they did? They used their main weapon and
they
ran all over the field.
Yeah, they gave the ball to him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Steelers aren't very good on defense either, so why wouldn't you give the ball to him again?
Yeah, just run the hell
I
out.
don't know. These two teams, they both suck. All the Steelers had to do was beat Cleveland. Come on. They got beat and Cleveland scored 13 points.
Yeah.
And they lost.
I know.
This is after they beat the week before in a tremendous game. It was somebody pretty good.
Oh shit, I can't remember now, but they should have lost.
It was Green Bay, wasn't it?
Yeah, we thought they would lose.
It was a great game.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know whether they can get back up but can Lamar win a big game? Hell no.
Yeah, I to me it's like I think I'll trust the Steelers a little more,
too,
and you're getting
home.
points. And you're getting points, but I really have no idea.
The Ravens, they're so much better than
Yeah.
anybody in that division, and I don't know.
I wouldn't bet this game is stolen money.
No.
Yeah.
Who knows? The Steelers are classy.
Yeah.
They win these kind of games, but they aren't any good.
Yeah.
So, if you're any good, you go to Cleveland and you win.
Yes.
And then you rest your players this week.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, that's a nothing game. Should have been, but it
I
is.
was sitting there watching Tomlin, and I could tell he was so pissed.
Yeah, but that's what they do. They do this shit all the time. So
Rodgers looked awful.
Yeah, he was awful. You know, there's been weeks he's looked good, but he was awful in this one. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we're both gonna choke down the Steelers. We'll see what happens. It's going to be a very interesting game.
I will. No doubt.
All right, that'll do it. I was going to ask you, so we haven't got to talk about it hardly at all. The OU experience. I wanted to talk to you about it. I haven't got to talk to hardly anybody about this. First of all,
Go ahead.
Well, first of all, just how weird did you feel all day going down to a game on December 19th?
It was weird.
And how weird was it
Friday night too.
Friday night, December 19th. And how weird was it walking to the game at night? There's Christmas decorations everywhere.
It was definitely something we'd never done.
No, it was so weird. I was just in it was like
It was weird.
It was almost like a feeling of we shouldn't be here.
Yeah, it was strange.
Like, because we drive and it's like it didn't feel like a normal drive.
No, it was it was totally
It-
out of. It was just not. It didn't feel like a game.
No, not at all. And I got to be honest with you, until we rounded the corner where game day was at, I wasn't into the game at all, hardly.
No, I think we were worried about it being cold. I think.
Yeah, and
I
I
don't
was
know.
just now I say that like I was fired up for the game, but it's just like it didn't feel like we were going to a game.
No,
I can't describe it. And then we turned the corner, I was like, holy shit, this place
then
is
it kind of
jacked up. Like people were pumped.
Yeah, and OU did a lot of special stuff they never do.
Yeah, and it was really good pregame stuff. We were
They did a lot of neat stuff, and
the way that game started, I've never. When it was 17-0, I just had this, and I think everybody had this feeling of like, are we going to win the whole thing? Like,
well, they looked like they could.
My God, we
they were
played
dominating.
a perfect 20 minutes. It was like, this is amazing.
Unbelievable.
I've
never seen a game flip so quick.
No, the atmosphere in the stadium was just like, holy shit.
Everybody knew we were beat.
Well, no, I'm talking about when it was 17-0.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, it was nuts.
It was just like, this is perfect. And I was talking to Pedlo last night about it, and he's like, it was just perfect. Everything was so good.
It played so well.
And he was like, he said the same, and then we'll go to the negative. He said the same thing. He's like, and then he's like, it felt like one moment it was gone. And it went from, I feel so great about everything to we have no chance. Even though it was tied, it's like we all kind of knew this game.
He threw the pick six.
It was over. Yep, it was over.
I have never sat, well, I've sat at a halftime when, like in South Carolina, when we played then, we were down like 3 touchdowns to half. I knew it was over.
Yeah.
But I've never sat at one when you're tied.
Yeah.
And you just knew this game's over.
Yeah.
Unless we can come out and do something offensively with the second half kickoff.
Yeah.
We're done.
Yeah.
Because just don't turn that momentum around, and we couldn't do it. And it was just, to me, it was almost like, okay, we got pretty lucky to be here. Our luck just ran out.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, they deserved to be there. They did a lot of things you have to do. But their offense was so limited that you got to play perfect on the other end. And then, of course, they missed the field goals, which I don't know that would have made any difference or not, but probably not.
It almost feels like it didn't happen. I don't know how to describe it. It feels like a dream. Almost.
Well, true. And the thing is also, the thing that you relied on all year was great punting and great kicking. And you thought, okay, well, he might miss a field goal. I did for sure, because you just don't make every field goal. You just don't.
Yep.
And he did. But the punter dropping a snap.
So that's what I was going to get to. It's 17-7. Okay. And look, you mentioned the Alabama drive, and it was 17-0.
It was great.
Listen, that was a fantastic drive.
It was
on a 4th and 2 on a great play.
Yeah.
But I will say this. You're playing Alabama. It's a college football playoff game.
Yeah.
They're going to make plays. So,
we were still okay.
Oh, when it was 17-7, we kind of looked at each other like, okay, it's not going to be easy. But look, that didn't – it got Alabama back in the game, but it didn't kill us by any means.
You didn't feel good about it, but you thought, they're going to score. They're not going away.
For sure. And it's 3rd and 3 at midfield.
And
we drop a touchdown pass.
Yeah. To make it 24-7.
Our quarterback opted to throw it instead of running for a very easy first down.
Yeah, but I don't think you can knock him on that.
No, I don't knock him at all. He made the right play. It's a touchdown. But we're used to the offense missing plays. So I don't think that really killed it. Like everybody's like, if he catches that, it's over. Yeah, for sure. But we're used to it.
Might have been over. Yeah.
I know it would have been. I'm not arguing, but also
it would have got us back up on the clouds.
My point is, though, were you surprised that happened?
No.
This was the
play
it
all year.
The play that flipped the whole thing was the punter dropping the ball.
Yes.
And here's my point. We're at midfield. He's been a great punter all year.
Mm-hmm.
I have no doubt he's punting them to like the 10-yard line.
Well, yeah, at least the 15.
And they're not. I have no doubt they're not driving the ball on us.
Probably not.
We
No.
probably stop them. We get it back. I bet it's 17
We
to
can
7.
at least maybe run the clock out.
Yep. I bet it's
At
17 to
halftime.
7 at the half if he doesn't drop the punt. And
That
I
was
think
the
we would have
key.
won. That was the first thing. A lot of people talk about the drop pass, which it was awful, but normal for us. That when he dropped the ball, that's when my heart sunk.
Yeah.
Because I was like, uh-oh, we're in big trouble. Then the straw that broke the back, obviously the pick six was when it ended. But that was a play right there that started it. Because again, if you get the punt off, you pin them, you stop them, you get it back, you run out the clock, you're feeling great at the half.
Yeah. You're up 10 at the half. Yeah, you'd take that.
And then you had your chance. You're at midfield again, 17 to 10. And it's like, okay, come down and get a field goal. You're up 20 to 10 at the half. Hey, that's fine. And then he throws a pick six. And it's like, yeah, it's over.
Yeah.
It's over.
Well, I knew it was. And everybody had, they had this halftime show that I guess had we been ahead, it would have been cool. But since it was tied, I don't even remember. I don't even remember what they did because I was just sitting there dazed and everybody else was too.
Yeah.
We were all dazed. It was like euphoric and then
what's funny is like everybody's strangers, but we're all just like chatting and talking and having such a good time. Nobody said a word at half.
No, it was everybody knew.
Everybody knew it was over.
Because those people go to all the games, I mean, they're not that one their first rodeo. And they didn't, they knew. We all knew. It was just you can't do that in playoff games. You just can't. You can't get points and lose the momentum. It's so hard to get it back. You just couldn't do it, especially with an offense. All of us know our offense sucks, and we can't.
I'll say this. I think if we're in it again and we have another game, I'll be more prepared for what it's like. Like, I don't know. I just was a weird feeling all day. But I'll say this. It wasn't I didn't know what the atmosphere would be compared to some of our big games, but it was huge. I mean, it was a great.
Oh, it was.
They did an unbelievable job, and it was a great atmosphere.
They did,
and
they're up their game. If
you win the game, I'm probably sitting here going, "Well, hell, we might be in Pasadena today, right? If they win, but you lose, and you look back at it just weirdly, and I don't know. I've just been weird the whole time.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I don't know. I just keep thinking the law of averages finally got us.
Yeah, and that's fair too.
We've been playing perfect football on two sides of the ball.
Yeah. I would compare what happened to the Blues last year, blowing that 3-1 lead in Game 7 in the final seconds to Oklahoma's loss. They're very similar to me in one way, in two ways. The Blues got to be a very likable team last year. Like, you really got behind them, and the OU the same way. You really liked them.
Mm-hmm.
So it hurts when they lose that way because you want better for them.
Oh yeah.
The only saving grace with that last year and this OU team, you knew deep down they weren't making a run to win the whole thing.
No.
Like, if you thought that OU team was a legit national title contender, I don't know that I'd still want to talk about that game.
No.
You'd be dead sick, right? And the same way with the Blues. You knew the Blues weren't winning the cup.
No.
And so that was your only little thing to go, well, shit, they weren't going to win it anyway.
No.
So.
Oh, you probably had a better chance than the Blues.
Yes. But still no.
Yeah, I know.
It wasn't happening.
Oh, I didn't want to talk about the game for a couple of days after the OU game. I couldn't hardly watch football the next day.
Same. Yeah.
I kind of had it on, but I wasn't paying a lot of attention.
Yeah.
It just eats at you because you had it. The other thing is we were set up. We didn't have to play Ohio State. We didn't have to play Georgia. We had Indiana, and then we would have to play. Well, who would have been next?
Oregon or Tech,
which we could have beat. And we dodged Georgia, then Ohio State till the finals.
I mean,
that's what hurt.
It hurts, but at the same time, I don't know that we would have beat Indiana. I don't know. I
don't know either, but I wouldn't have been afraid of them.
I will say this: if Alabama goes out there and beats Indiana, that's gonna hurt worse. I kind of hope Indiana beats them.
I don't know. It was an experience.
But Carr's also right, and it goes to what you're saying. It's like just get it. Here's what would happen. If you won, you advance and you go, by today, you'd be like, you know what? I think we can beat their
Oh,
ass.
there's no question.
You know what I mean? And same with the Blues. So like the Blues, they would have played Dallas in the next round. And I do not think they would have beat them.
I don't think so.
But say they go out and they split the first 2 games. And then all of a sudden you got another game going, you know what? We're going to beat their ass. And then we may beat everybody. You know what I mean? Like they totally wouldn't have, but it is that hope and that.
Oh, it is. And that's what makes it what it is. And you get, I never did think this team was good enough.
No.
To do it.
No.
And I thought they overachieved, and I thought they were extremely well coached.
Yeah.
But they did things they had to do that you just can't do every week. And that's such a thin line.
Well, that's the thing. That's the hard thing about the OU thing is they've been so good in the margins, like special teams and turnovers. Then it got them beat.
Yeah, it caught up with them. They just couldn't keep that up. I don't know. I've never seen a punter drop a snap when there's not a whole lot of pressure on him.
No.
I don't know what he did. And then he made a terrible punt later on in the game that hurt.
He didn't punt well the whole game.
No. So. And the kicker didn't either.
No. No.
It was just – there was too much bragging going on about how great our special teams are and all that stuff. And your special teams are your kickers.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to tell you that. It's your kickers.
Yeah.
Because they don't run kickoffs back anymore. Nobody does.
Mm-mm.
And it's – or very few teams do. And, it's your kickers.
Yeah. Yep. I know. It sucks. The thing about the one thing about the Blues last year, if you watched them all year, you knew when it got to be 3-2 that they were in a little bit of trouble because they gave up empty net or 6-on-5 goals all year, and they continue to this year. So
what's the difference this year? There's one thing right now. I don't think we have to worry about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I didn't want to bring that up, but
I can't watch them.
Well, good reason. They're not fun to watch.
No. And there's times they play really, really hard and I still can't watch them. They're so boring.
Well, I think you hit the needle right on the head though. There are times.
Yeah. They don't play hard every time.
You watch other hockey teams, they play hard 90% of the time, 95% of the time. The Blues, it's 50-50. We'll see.
I've never seen a team as bad in the last minute of a game as they are.
Nope.
They cannot get the puck out of their end.
Nope.
They cannot do it.
Nope.
They'll get the puck and can't get it out.
Yep.
It's terrible.
It's terrible. All right.
I hate it.
Yep.
The other night when they beat Nashville, I didn't think that game was ever going to get over with. How many times did they get the puck? How about you skate a little ways and then shoot it? But they get it and bam, they just try to get it out of there and it goes right to one of their guys.
Well, Montgomery was like, we should have like 7 empty net goals by now. He's like, for whatever reason, they just see ghosts when it's 6-on-5. They're terrible at it. Yeah, we get to play Colorado tomorrow, and that's just
you watch. They'll play good.
I don't know.
They'll get beat, but they'll play good.
I don't know.
They do. That's what they do. They play good.
You watch Colorado this year?
I know it. Colorado's probably thinking, hey, we got an easy one, boys.
Well, that's true. That is true. They'll always play at about 50% effort, so we will too.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna get out of here. I gotta go. So thanks everybody for joining us. We'll be back next week. Normal times next week. We'll be back to normal. I'm kind of glad the holiday schedule's over. It gets annoying at this point. So we'll be back next week, guys. Thanks everybody for joining us. Everybody have a good rest of your holiday. Happy New Year to everybody, and we'll see you right back here in 2026.